First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Pretty move. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on second down. Stafford. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
22! Hey, go here! We're good. Tag 53. Here we go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll rifle this one deep right into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's go now.
Second down, Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Jameis to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a second down throw for Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Third and goal, Winston. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26.
10, 10. Go here. Back 53. Back 53.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
White. Set. Lady. Hey, go here. Check 3. Hey.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To throw on second down is Stafford. Forced out to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Lady. White. Let's go, defense. Tag 53. Kill. 20 hot.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10.
4 down. Check. 4 down. Stay 50. 58, right over there. Go here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game.
Omaha, ready, blue. Hey. You got three. 3 down. Hey, tag 50 left.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Buccaneers have it. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
But we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Let's convert.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. A dump underneath to Jones. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the... Now Jameis on 2nd down. His throw caught right around the 6. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Take 22. Set. 250. Tag 57. Ready. Tag 53.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he comes back with one complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Easy. Wait.
Here's Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Let's go now.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. From the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is going to be incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Lions will take over. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On first down at Stafford. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
21. Hey, red. 22. Hey, go here.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Got a man right side is Sharp. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On first down, Stafford here. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down, 3 down. Watch 20, check 20. Check, 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 check. Double right. Slam. All right, we're good. Tag 53. Here we go. They go here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
10, 10. They go here. 21.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
22. Double, set. 53. Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down. Go here.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Gehrig, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They may Want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Let's go now.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Shit. Ready. Move ready. Check your hot read. Easy. Check. Watch the floor. Wait, up.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Four down, tag 53. Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots on the field they naturally get to, and you find that open.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Finding some room at midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. 2nd down, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin, and that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. A 1st down throw for Winston. This will be caught at about the 6. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. One receiver to the left is Evans. To throw is Winston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Final play of the 1st half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Shaq Thompson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at about the 14. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. This is Breida. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
10.
From the gun, Stafford. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Wait. Follow.
First down, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake, Winston sliding out of the pocket. Incomplete. But pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Winston. He sets the fire deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. And even 50 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jameis now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Tag 50. Give me radar. Set. Go, Eddie.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go.
They run again with Breida. Room past the 20. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. 20, 10, touchdown, Detroit. A big play there, 92 yards. And the Lions are in for 6. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Winston now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Stafford. Throw left side complete to Sharp. How did he stay on his feet? And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goals. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. It's caught by Mike Evans. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Play fake. Winston. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Hey, 22! Jumbo! Go here!
To throw is Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
11. 21. 22. Pack 55. 4 down. They go here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. Brought down by Nate Gary.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Lions on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
21. Hey.
Stafford now to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
10. Double. 4 down, tag 53. Hey.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, tag 50 left. Hey, give me that. I need it. Speak up right there. Hey.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
21. Light. Hey.
The shotgun snap for Stafford. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Winston. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Winston. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lambeau to add on the extra point. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one.